we are starting to take, firm, aggressive action or, affirmative action on these issues for the first time in many years. I mean, we just designated a whole bunch of these cartels as terrorist groups, which opens up a new toolbox for us to work with. We're stopping, the flow of money and weapons to the cartels. And we're making sure that the governments in the region understand that we're not kidding around. And, I think we have just made it clear that there is a diplomatic dimension here, but there's also a law enforcement dimension. And I don't know if your viewers might have seen, but we just doubled the reward for information leading to the arrest of the president of Venezuela. Or the guy who claims to be the president of Venezuela. We don't recognize his government as legitimate because there was a brazenly stolen election last year. And so, this is the problem. You can't really pretend to have a diplomatic relationship with somebody who basically is the leader of a criminal cartel who occupies the presidential chair. Right. Well,
Maduro's clearly cozying up to Petro, right next door. I know, last week you guys announced, a record $50 million bounty on Maduro for his drug trafficking and terror crimes. I mean, clearly this is a situation of high urgency. You're 100% right. We've neglected our own hemisphere. We're focusing in places that probably don't even touch the American people. But I do know that fentanyl kills 100,000 Americans a year. That's 2 Vietnams. I always say that for perspective because, when you think about the over a decade that we are in the Vietnam conflict and we lost 50,000 Americans plus 54,000 approximately. That happens every year times 2 due to fentanyl. And that's coming from, our neighbors right next door. So clearly that is a situation